a doctor getting ready for a tumor board workflow, right? So she's going in to a tumor board meeting. And so one of the first things she uses Copilot for is to create an agenda for the meeting, because the LLM helps reason about all the cases which are in some SharePoint site and says, hey, these cases, obviously, a tumor board meeting is a high stakes meeting where you want to be mindful of the differences in cases so that you can then allocate the right time, right? So even that reasoning task of creating an agenda that knows even how to split time, super. So I use the LLM to do that. Then I go into the meeting. I'm in a Teams call with all my colleagues. Guess what? I'm focused on the actual case versus taking notes, because you now have this AI Copilot doing a full transcription of all of this, and just basically an intelligent, it's not just a transcript, but think of it as a database entry of what is in the meeting that is recallable for all time, right? So then she comes out of the meeting, having sort of discussed the case and not being distracted by note-taking. And she's a teaching doctor. She wants to go and prep for her class. And so she goes into Copilot and says, hey, take my tumor board meeting and then to create a PowerPoint slide deck out of it so that I can talk to my students about it. So that's the type. So the UI and the scaffolding that I have are canvases that are now getting populated using LLMs, and the workflow itself is being reshaped. Knowledge work is getting done. Here's an interesting thing, right? If somebody is one of the ways I think about it is, if someone came to me in the late 80s and said, you're going to have 1 million documents on your desk, we would have said, what the heck is that, right? I mean, I would have literally sort of thought, oh, there's going to be literally 1 million physical copies of things on my desk. Except we do have 1 million spreadsheets and 1 million documents. And
I don't, you do.
And they're all there. And so I think that's kind of what's going to happen with even agents. So there will be a UI layer. To me,